Hello everyone. This is a walk around video of my 1958 DeSoto Firesweep Convertible. I call this the survivor car, although I guess some may call it that it's been refreshed. However, I do consider it a survivor car. It has never had any metal work done to it, and it is 95% original paint on this car. A really rare find, as the Fin de Mopar fanatics will know. There are 12 driving examples of the 58 Firesweep known in existence, and this is one of those 12 and probably the only survivor car. I'll walk around because sometimes the pictures that were submitted may not show with as great a detail, and I'd really like to answer all questions as quickly as possible, and by doing this video maybe this will help. So starting at the front, again, keep in mind this car has never, I'll point out where I know paint work has been done, but all the chrome is original on this car. So it's really cold outside, so I'm doing this video in my warehouse garage. So if you can see the chrome, and the chrome bumper, so it has scratches and has some light rust, but the bumpers are in excellent, well, I consider them excellent condition for a 58, never restored. But you can see they are not dented. They're really in great shape. As we're looking at the chrome, you can also see the front trim in between the turn signals. That is still original paint. That would have been a silver paint. Very light surface rust on that piece. And I have thought about taking some of this apart and redoing, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it with the originality of this car. Now the chrome above the headlights, so when you stand back, you see how that shines, but upon closer inspection, you can see there's some light pitting through there. You can see it. A piece. I'm trying to get it out of the light for you guys. Again, I considered pulling a lot of this off and having it re-chromed, but I just didn't want to hurt the survivor status of this car. But they are all in great shape, never banged up. The headlight trim, same way. In such nice shape. So on the hood trim pieces, some of the black is missing, some of the black paint is missing from the emblem. And if I were Charles Phoenix, I would say, and so you don't forget what kind of car you're driving, it says it right there, DeSoto. So the hood ornament is in excellent shape. Again, not re-chromed, but really nice shape. Looking at the paint up front, of course the front of the car would be the area to get most of the damage from bugs and stones, etc. But really not bad. And even being original paint, even with these flaws, it still shines, as you can see. The paint gauge shows the same across this whole car. Doesn't matter where I put it, it shows the same. Now on the cowl, you can see and some of that actually may compound out of there. I have gone over parts of it, but not all of it. So there you can see the driver's side fender. And it's nice and smooth, but you can see these flaws in the paint for being 62 years old. Not bad. It's really worn thin right here. This fender was repainted. A previous owner, the one who bought it from the estate sale, said this fender had a lot of damage on top of it. It almost looked like battery acid, which is unusual because the battery's on the other side, but that's the way he described it to me. I've talked to the fellow that purchased it from the original owner's estate. And so he had that fender painted, and actually a pretty good job to blend it. They're bias ply tires. I can look to see what the date is on them. I don't know, but they are in really nice shape. While the wheels would be a correct option for the 50s, I do believe these are the reproduction motor wheel replicas. Fender lip is all in great shape. What you see there in the splash area, I had the car to Carlisle this year, Chrysler's of Carlisle, and it was a little wet, so there's actually some mud underneath the car. You can see the body. This is all original metal, never been touched. The rocker trim, while not correct for a 58 DeSoto, it's period correct on a lot of Chrysler Plymouths. Probably notably the 59 Sport Fury and others. That is on there with double-side tape, so that is easily removed if you'd like the original look. That was installed by a previous owner. I believe the sweeps have been repainted. They're just in too nice a shape, in my opinion, to be original. Firesweep chrome here is almost perfect, and all the trim, aluminum and chrome trim on the side is almost perfect. There's a slight right here. There's a slight flaw in the chrome right here, but not even noticeable outside. Rear fenders. It's all original metal. That has never been touched. So you can see underneath of it, the bottom side of the fender. That is just surface. It's actually very smooth. That's just surface marking, surface rust, if you will. But it's been waxed and it is solid. There's not even a pinhole. It's just from wear and tear on the road, which, by the way, this car has 70,000 original miles. While we're down here on the floor, I can show you underneath. That is original stamped floor. Leaf springs are still the original. Exhaust was replaced at some point. It would have originally exited through the bumper, but that was a major cause of these rusting out with the moisture from the cold engine and then the hot exhaust. So someone had rerouted the exhaust at some point in this car's life to underneath the bumper. Previous owner, again, that bought it from the estate sale, said that there was a Chris Craft, an original 50s Chris Craft, also at the estate sale, and this car, the gentleman would use this car to tow the Chris Craft. And the hitches, most of the hitch is missing, but as you can see, there's still parts of it here. And there's still wiring. I left it, again, just to show the authenticity. I can just imagine this finned beauty towing an old Chris Craft. So looking at the back bumper, well, before we get to the bumper, we'll look at these. One main thing that makes a DeSoto is these fabulous taillights. So this is probably the chrome. That could use re-chrome. Well, you can see the reflection in it. It's got pitting. But again, all original. Not banged up, not dented. The lights are all in very good shape. Try to get that bumper. This is the remnants of an original sticker that was on the car. I cannot quite make that out. I have tried before. The license housing is in really nice shape. Underneath here, see a little surface rust underneath where the license plate light is. Trunk chrome, which was, previous owner told me that was NOS from a different model. Again, the DeSoto fanatics out there would know. These are also on here with double-sided tape. So if you wanted the original look, you can remove those easily, but they really give it a classy look, in my opinion. So the tail light housing on this side, same condition as the other side. You can see the pitting in it, but still shines fabulous. This lower fender on the driver's side, same condition as the other. All there, all solid, just surface. That's a factory edge right there with worn off paint. The logo on this side, just as nice. Just a couple pits starting there. You can see there's a couple areas that have been touched up by somebody over the years. Right here. But overall, not much touch up at all on this original paint. Driver's side rear wheel. The wheels are in perfect condition. Here you can see some touch up on the splash area of the fender, rear fender chrome, really nice. This area here probably shows the most what I would just call surface scratches. Some was touched up right here, but a lot of it was not. This is just scratches that had been there. So right here you can see the paint. Whoever did the sweep, they got that line slightly off. You never notice it until you put a camera down below the chrome line. But I know it's there. Again, this side on the sweep, the chrome around the sweep is in really perfect condition. And we're back up to the front driver's side. Mirror I would call excellent. Going around the trim to the top. I think the photographer missed this piece of trim in his photos. This is in really nice shape. It's got some scuffing on it, and they may buff out. I don't know. I'm a hand buffer guy, so, but lots of shine. Really in nice shape. It's the original windshield, the bubble windshield. Impossible to find if you don't have the original windshield. Wipers are in great shape. I think I missed the mirror on this side. Glass in the mirrors. It's just about perfect. So the top is in excellent condition. I saw on the photographs and even looking here while I'm doing this video, it's black. I mean, the video kind of showing, maybe it's the LED lighting I have in my garage here, making it look different. It is black, and in really almost pristine condition. So there's slight wrinkling on this side. That could be an adjustment, or it may just be from the top being down too long. They're not on the other side. The back window unzips as it is supposed to. You are supposed to unzip the window before you put the top down, and it does. Looking at the trim around the top where the boot snaps on, also in excellent condition. Antenna, oops, not as perfect. Could probably clean up and detail up nicer than what it is right now. Open up the trunk. Just a push release. So that's the boot. Now the trunk. Again, other Mopar folks may know, the inside of the trunk lid is black. But you can see it's worn, so it doesn't look like it. So I don't know what the story is on this trunk lid. On the inside of it. Was it always black? Did it get changed out? I have no idea. It's got the insulation on it. I just don't know. But again, it's solid. It's got a little surface rust, you know, where it closes. But that's it. Other than that, it is in just fantastic shape. So the area that I can see that there was, what I'm going to call primer done, is around the inside. So where the rain channel is and the rubber's at. So this looks like primer to me. That's probably the roughest spot on the car. That's a good view of it right there, around that edge. It's the same on the other side. So whether that was just primed to protect it, I have no idea, but that was obviously had some primer on it at some point in this car's life, and who knows how long ago. And here is that same spot on this side. Was that replaced, or is that the normal weld spot for that portion of the car? I just have no idea. The car obviously would not have had carpet in the trunk when it was new. It would have been a floor mat. There's the spare. Does look like somebody replaced the cardboard trunk side liner all the way around. It's really, really nice. The floors, so what you're looking at here, that is an original floor. The green is the adhesive from the carpet. I pulled it back so you could get a view of it, and it left all the residue. So it looks like, to me, possibly somebody put pour 15 on the trunk floor, and then they put the mat in, or the carpet in. little better view of underneath where the license light is. But the original lens is still in place. So the car does have an aftermarket stereo in it, and behind the back seat there are a couple speakers, if you can see those. There's one there, and one over on the other side. Doesn't interfere with the top folding into the area back there, but there are a couple aftermarket speakers. Now on the top you can see this side is smooth. There's no wrinkles here. That's just the lines from where it when the top was folded. I don't know that I showed the door handles. I know these door handles are readily available, but these look like originals to me. Some old oil change stickers. I mean, these forward look Mopars, bodies rotted within a couple years of owning them. To have one that's this solid, to me is just amazing. Which is why I got the car. I just never seen one so original. Underneath the doors is really nice. You can see. So this edge shows some surface, but there's nothing even close to being rust through there. That is just all surface. These are the original door panels. Originally, this section would have had the foil, the shiny foil on top. Previous owner removed those. He told me they were getting rough, so he removed it. I wished he would have left them, but that is still the original door panel. The seats, so the original panels are in it all the way around. The estate sale purchaser told me he had the seats redone with NOS fabric materials, and you can see they match just about exactly. You look at a lot of these cars, of the 12 that are out there, the upholstery's all wrong on them. I have a 60 Plymouth, and one of the 12 out there has 60 Plymouth fabric on it that you find online. Anyway, the back seat is the same way, it's just perfect. Carpet was redone as per original. Nice looped, tight loop, as would have been used. These were NOS forward look floor mats. The fronts are faded. I gotta turn the horn on. You can see it started right up. Well, the horn works. I don't know what's going on. The radio makes noise. We are in a garage, so I never use it, so I don't know. But if it fires up, I believe I got a couple local stations on it when I was outside. Original mileage as of today. I have a clock. I don't know that the clock works. I thought it was NOS. I don't believe it is, although it looks mint condition. I do have a clock, and that is the space where it would go. Now, is it possible that dash pad was replaced? I think so. This looks like adhesive to me, or possibly it was just re-glued. I couldn't tell you. It's got the light under here that works as it should. Glove box. Under this vintage tissue holder, tissue box would be under here, and tissues come out the bottom. There is a newer modern radio, and that's what plays through the rear speakers. Ashtray, cigarette lighter, heater control. Sun visors are in excellent condition. The original sticker. Still in place. This car actually seals very tightly. I got caught in one rain cloud burst and not a drop came in anywhere. Sufficient to say that was probably the first time in 50 some years this car has ever seen rain. The top mechanism is in excellent condition. Rear lights, there's a little yellowing on those, to be expected after 62 years. So the interior door handles are not perfect, but I really have not detailed them either. They could probably be brought to a higher standard. Windows roll up and down with no problem. Pop the hood. So the first thing we see is that the original trunk or engine compartment sound insulation is missing. I guess for heat insulation also we call it. So that's not there, although that's readily available. So what you're seeing there is just remnants of insulation and adhesive. I know on the camera it might look like rust, it's just dirty old insulation. So if you see the edge, in great shape. This is all original paint, just worn really thin. Same with the firewall. The ID tag. Maybe some other folks out there could tell me what these numbers are for. I have no idea. I've wondered that as long as I've had the car. Inner fenders are in really great shape. So this is a 1 year only engine. 350. The 350 big block that they put in the DeSoto. I think it was used in a couple models that year. Even the springs are the original, the hood springs, which were, that is correct, they would have been red, and you can see through the old worn off paint and grease that those are still red. Those haven't been touched. So that's all correct. So as I do this video, I'm a week away from the car being serviced. I'm going to have it serviced. These forward look Mopars were very prone to having leaks, as a lot of old cars do. So it's going to get an oil change. It's leaking actually from the oil filter right now. So it's time for an oil change. I'm going to have the rear checked and all the fluids and check for any leaks before it goes to its next lucky owner. So keep the questions coming. I'd be happy to take any extra pictures, anything you want. It's just a great original Survivor car that runs and shifts fantastic. I'm gonna miss this car. Okay, thanks for looking.